Hi, my name is Taiga Joseph, and I'm a social worker here at Beth Israel. I have a client or a patient named Jennifer Carr who is here and was referred by the nurses because they're having a difficult time trying to help her. She got into a car accident and she's been having really bad reactions whenever the nurses try to give her IVs and treat her. A little bit of background about Jenny Carr. She is an African lady who immigrated here at the age of 18. She's 29 years old and she is married. So here's Jenny. Hi Jenny.
Hello.
How you doing?
I could be doing better.
Okay, well, my name is Taika Joseph and I am a social worker here at Beth Israel. And you were referred by the nurses due to the reactions that you are having um, while getting treatment here after your car accident. And I just want to review before we talk about anything. I just want to tell you the limits on confidentiality and what you need to know. As a social worker, I need to tell you this. So basically, if you are in harm of yourself, others, children, elderly, disabled, and if I'm subpoenaed to go into court to talk about what we spoke about, I have to say it because then you would be in risk. If you're in risk of hurting anybody or me being subpoenaed, then I have to let you know or let people know. Other than that, everything between us will stay between us. Okay.
So what would happen if you told the people in court? Would I go to jail? What would happen?
Um, Not necessarily. It just depends on how our conversation goes, and it just depends on what goes on
Okay.
and what happens in the future. So I can't really say, if you would go to jail or not.
Okay.
Okay. So can you tell me a little bit of what you think or the reason why you think you're in here?
Well, um, I vaguely remember, but I just remember I don't like to be touched.
Oh, okay.
And when I was in the hospital, those nurses and doctors, they just come into your room and just start touching you and doing whatever, and they don't even say anything to me.
Oh, okay.
So, and I don't like that.
Oh, okay. Well, nurses and doctors are here to assist you. So basically, they're just trying to help.
Well, I don't like the way they touch me. I don't like to be touched at all.
Oh,
Why do they feel the need to always have to touch and grab me? I don't like that.
well, they're just trying to insert the IV into your body and such. So that was the only reason why they were touching you. As far as I know, that's what they were telling me. Um, is there a reason why you don't like to be touched?
Well, when I was back home, um, I excuse me,
I'm sorry. You want to take a moment?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Um, the house that I grew up in,
Mm-hmm.
all the grown-ups and all the kids, they used to just pick on me. They used to beat me up all the time.
Oh, okay.
And ever since then, I just don't like strangers or anybody just touching me.
I can understand.
It just makes me feel uncomfortable. It just makes me feel like they're trying to do something to me.
Oh, I see. I see why you would feel that way. Okay. Well, did you explain that to the nurses while you were?
I don't remember because I was in a car accident, and all I can remember is being carried away to the hospital. And then when I woke up, I just had all these people just on me, touching me, and just, I don't know what they were doing to me.
Were Were they hurting you in any way?
Not that I can remember. I just remember being touched. I don't like that.
Okay. How did you react when they were touching you?
Well, I just start kicking, and I started screaming. I started yelling help. I just didn't know what was going on.
Okay. All right. Because that's exactly what the nurses and the doctors were telling me that you were screaming and you were ultimately disturbing the neighbors around you who were also in the hospital. And they couldn't really understand why you were screaming help because you were in a safe place.
I'm kind of cold. Isn't it kind of cold in here?
It feels fine to me. Maybe it's a draft. Maybe you have the chills.
I don't know. It's cold. It's cold in here. It's
Okay.
cold.
You could just put on your jacket if you feel too
No,
cold.
that's okay. That's okay.
All right.
It's okay.
Well, we'll just continue on with this. So basically, like I was saying prior to that, the nurses and doctors were saying that you were yelling help and screaming very loudly, and they couldn't understand why you were doing this because you were in a safe place. So
How do you know I was safe?
well, in America,
If you're in a safe place, it doesn't give people the right to just come in and start touching you like that. That's not right.
okay. Well, can you tell me a little bit about how the hospital system works in your country?
Well, in my country, you don't just go up to people and start touching them. That's not the culture. You you have to ask them first or tell them what's going on. You don't just walk
So
up
in
to them.
the hospitals, they don't, if you're unconscious, what should they do? Wait until you are conscious again?
Well, that part I don't remember. I don't know exactly, but I just didn't like the idea of waking up to it in a hospital bed and there's a bunch of people over you and just touching you and you don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they were doing to me.
I can understand why you would feel that way. Let's direct into another path and talk about